Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Night Live. My name's Kelley Farley. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Karaka, Auckland. And tonight we're going to make this funky card, which is actually cut off and you've got a little mask piece at the bottom. I'm thinking I might adapt it as I'm doing this live, but I'll show you. It's very simple, but I thought it was quite effective. The lady that I watched do it actually used masks and used, so it had multicolours on there, but I've just done it with two-tone and I'm going to recreate it with the same colours but in the reverse. So let me just get this up so I can see who's there and we can chat. So to refresh my page and get it going. There we go. Hi Alison, sorry. Yes, I just took a little while for my phone to restart so that I could get on. So apologies about that, for being a little bit late. And now I've got all these millions of notifications that I just need to get rid of so I can not. So this is our card tonight. I'm thinking I might just, because it doesn't stand up, well it does stand up but it looks a bit wonky when it stands up, so I had a thought after I made it. Eating dinner. And what are you having for dinner, Andrea? We've just finished slow cooked brisket, which was cooked in the oven overnight and all day today, so it was delicious. But now I'm very full, and I had planned, Matt brought strawberries in the shopping and I was going to have some strawberries with some yogurt, but I don't think I will. Alright, so I'm going to use maybe I'll change the stamp set. Maybe we'll use a different stamp set and see how that goes. Let's use this one. It's a leafy one as well, but let's use this. This is a new one that I've got called Changing Leaves. So not too much to this one tonight. Good on you. There's no reason that you shouldn't say that. Some nights you just need those things that start with a K and end with a C. So let me just, oh, that would have kept you busy. No wonder you're having something like that for dinner. Take a lot of energy. Alright, so the easiest thing, and there's no measurements, is for the so you're going to cut your card base, a standard card base. Alright, it's weird that I've got not a full screen on my screen. Why is that? Oh, there we go, because I have got it small. Let me just get that back up. Nope, other way. Damn it. Sorry, I'm just mucking about with my settings on my computer so that I can get the bigger size. Okay, so standard card. So you want it to have it as a tent fold card. So that will mean that you have got 4 and an 1/8. So 4 and then the first two lines, or 10.5 centimeters, whichever way you want to measure. Hi Trisha, how are you? Sorry, I was going to call you Trish, but you're Trisha. Right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to use the top part. So I've scored my fold nicely, and then you're going to open it up, and you're just going to pop your top piece in on an angle. Now, depending how much you want showing at the bottom, we're going to mask it. So I've masked around here so that it gives me a border, so it looks like it's been matted on there. So I want to make sure that I get enough room at the bottom that can see that, but also not that it, and you don't, it depends on the angle that you want. So I'm going to go about there. I'm just going to do, maybe I want more of an angle there. You're not going to use this part, so you're just going to pop that to the side. You can use it for whatever. So this is my piece that I had. You could use that to, you could have used, you know, so these are the two different pieces that I've cut off from my cards. So that's our card base. Nice and easy. Not too much mucking around. And then what I've done is I've got masking tape, and I've cut it in 1-inch strips. Now if you are a little bit, am I too far away? Oh, that's good, Trish. I hope it's nice and warm and down in New Plymouth. It's starting to warm up here, which is good. I was talking to my auntie in Invercargill and she said it was raining. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this on at about half of that. So it's probably about 1/2 inch border. If you feel more comfortable, I don't know how you can see that or not. I'll see if I can bring it closer. But you can kind of see here, that's the edge of my card. So I've got about 1/4 inch, 1/4 to 1/2 inch around. Sorry, I'm just having trouble pinching it back out so that you're close, not too close. Alright, so I've got one, and I'm just putting it on a piece of scrap paper. If you've got grid paper that you'd rather use, then by all means use that. And then again, the same, so you're going to go essentially the same width all the way around. And I found it easier to do my long sides first, and you really want that stuck down because you don't want it to move while you're stamping. And then the same here at the top, and the same at the bottom. So if you don't have masking paper, which Stampin' Up do sell in sheets, it's about A5 sheets, I think. So this is the right way round. If you don't have masking paper, you could just use painter's tape or washi tape if you've got any of that, or a couple of post-its stuck together. If you're using painter's tape, I would recommend that you take some of the sticky off, like on your jeans or your pants or on your hand. Just that way it doesn't rip the paper, even though it's supposed to be low tack. It always kind of catches, I find anyway, especially on the edges. And so unless you make it bigger than what you actually need, which you can't, like it's a bit hard to do that when you're using the card straight away, the card base, like there's no matting on there. So this changing leaves set, I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to use that one, I think. This is one of our online exclusives, and as you can see I've used it with some purple, but it also is a hybrid embossing folder, which I think I showed you the hybrid embossing folder. Maybe I use the small one. So it's got quite nice 3 largish stamps, and that's shown at 85%. And then it's got some quite nice little sayings. You're amazing in every single way. I couldn't have done it without you. Here for you. Thank you. A little note to brighten your day, and then 3 leaves. So the leaves fit and match up with the embossing folder. Alright. I actually like to work on an angle, which probably sounds a little bit weird. But I'm going to start with this light pink, which is Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to do my big leaf with Pretty in Pink. excuse me, because my stamp is bigger than my ink pad, I like to have my stamp down and then go on the top with my ink pad so I can travel and make sure it's really well inked up before I use it. Now what you do, just got it all over the block as well, because that'll look nighty if you get that all over the card. I think the rest of it's fine. If you, over the join here, you want to make sure that it's like a gap in your stamp, or that you press really, really hard, because there's a height difference, right? If you use I'm just going to pop that down. If you use a mat underneath your photopolymer, you might not have the same, you might not have an issue. I don't. I have it straight onto my on my desk. I'm just making I get a really good cover of that stamp on there. There you go. So you can see there's a slight, and I'm just going to do, let's need a bit of paper so I don't get ink all over the desk. I just want some more leaves up here. Now I've chosen to do it in the lighter colour. That's right, it's on the mat so you're not going to see that. I've chosen to do that on the lighter colour so that I can stamp over with that smaller one. I can kind of overlap if I want to with my Petunia Pop, which is the darker pinky purple colour. So this one here, I'm going to have here. So again, we're just going to make sure that it's, sorry, I can see that I'm not in screen properly. And yeah, work your card base how you like to work it. I like to turn it around so that I can rotate the images a little bit. Maybe I'll overlap there. Okay. Let's put a little bit in there, and maybe a little bit up here. Okay, so let me pop that away, close this up. Alright, and peel off our, so as you can see, this is the second time that I've used this masking tape. I actually haven't got Stampin' Ups yet because I had some before. I brought some before Stampin' Up brought it out, so I need to finish it, otherwise it was a waste. The difference being that Stampin' Ups has it's in sheets, whereas mine is in a roll like this, which means it doesn't have a backing side to it. Alright, let's get that out of the way. So this is my second one, a little bit cleaner. With that style of stamp, just has a different kind of effect to it. So then when you open it, you've got that piece at the bottom there. You've got a nice clean border around the outside. Oh, bye. And then I've got my sentiment here, which I'm going to pop on. Probably, I like it kind of overlapping there. And I did cut out one of these leaves because I was going to use the same set, but I don't think I'm going to use it because it doesn't really go. And I like the cleanness of that. So I'm actually just going to keep my sentiment like that. What do we think? I think that is going to be me. Glue. Oh my gosh, it's 10 to 8 and I was late. It's a super quick card. Easy to make multiples. You just have to remember you do have to take a bit of time when you're stamping across that crease mark and make sure that your score lines are actually folded quite nicely. Maybe I'll put it there. Maybe I'll put it there. I don't know now. Or do I put it in the middle? Oh, let's put it in the middle. The darker colour, Allison, is one of the new in colours. It's called Petunia Pop. It's my favourite of the new in colours. Both of these are in colours, and so they're here for 24 and 25. 24, 25? Yeah, they started this year in April, so they'll go for 2 years. Yeah, it's a really pretty colour. This is the card of that colour. I don't know how well it shows up, but it's it's a really nice colour. I had to kind of stop myself from using it, to be honest, because just about every card I was making, I was grabbing for that colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a dimensional on here so that it can sit sort of in the middle. Now, I saw this trick somewhere on probably Instagram or something. So you pop that on there like this. You get a post-it note. So that's where we want it to be. You look for the edge of where the join is, so maybe we'll open it out. So nice and straight there. So we open it out, and then we're just going to line up the post-it note along. Looked a whole lot easier when I saw it on Instagram. So you're going to pop it on there so that it lines up so that you can see when you take this off, you can see where you can put your adhesive. So I can see that actually I can fit a whole dimensional there and a whole one there, and I'll pop a little one just there. So that means that my adhesive is not going to overhang, and then I can just bring this back over, pop it on, and then press down. And then when I take that off, I have a little bit, but not too much. I went too far over. Oops. Just going to take that one off. Didn't work. Ha! It'll teach me for being a smarty pants, won't it? Just needed to go. I went too far over. There we go. If you were using glue, it would have been a good thing to do, because you could see. Okay, so that's card number 2. 2 quick, easy cards. I think it's quite effective, and then you could put like a little sentiment in there if you wanted to. You could. Same with that one. What I was going to show you. Let me just get it out of my cupboard. Was I thought. I thought a piece of window sheet actually might be quite a good idea. So if I cut that at 4 1/8, because that is the width of my card. This is just a piece of offcut that I had, so 4 1/8, and then it's also, oh, it's ended up being, oh no, it's 3 1/2 by 4 1/8, this piece. It will completely depend on how far down your diagonal cutoff is. So we're going to pop that on there so that it lines up with the edge of the card, and I'm going to pop some tear and tape along the bottom of here. I need to get some more tape. So this isn't the card that I saw, but as I was making it, I thought actually we could make this slightly better by, I'm actually going to double it because mine's quite thin. Can make it better, and it would be able to stand up so you could show off your card. If we have the acetate. So we just make sure that's lined up at the bottom, lay it flat, and then just bring our card over, and then we can just press down. So this piece is purely optional, so it does, you can see it but you can't really see it. You can see the reflection, and then it stands up, so it has that effect. I don't know how you can see that. Whoops. Okay, so it stands up by itself, whereas this one without the acetate kind of stands up, but not very well. So it's just an addition to it if you have a bit of window sheet, or you know, when you get your photopolymer sheets, you do get this piece of window sheet in your pack, which is what your stamps are on. You could use that. This one here that goes on the top is probably a little bit flimsy. That one just protects it and stops it sticking to the top. So there you go. Thank you very much, Andrea, for yeah, I think so too, Andrea, with the acetate. Thank you for popping your card up this week and for completing the challenge. So obviously I don't need to do a winning wheel, but I did have these two options for you. Let me move those out of the way. Which was this cityscape and sky stamp, or some masks. What would you like? Now these are called Butterflies and Flowers Layering Decorative Masks. I'll open them and show you. So these you can use with, so these ones have got some florals. Move that out of the way. And then some, and they're kind of like pansies. And then some ferny leaf things. So you'd use these with ink. And then there's some flowers, so they overlap on each other. And then you've got these parts as well that go over the top of them, I think. Or they create over these ones. Yeah, not that one. And then there's some butterflies as well. So Andrea, let me know which one you would prefer, and I will pop them in the post to you. So that's the Butterflies and Flowers Layering Decorative Masks. The city stamp, yes you can. I'll pop that in the post for you. So next week, if anyone has a go at making this card, I have these masks up for grabs. Please let me know. I would love to see you guys have a go with it, even if you don't have any acetate or window sheets as we call it, but in the school world it's called what is it? It's called OHT film, or just in stationery it's acetate, which you can get from all sorts of places. Even if you don't have that, you can still make the card, and I'd love to see what kind of cards you make with this technique. Alright, well thank you very much for joining me. It is 8 o'clock and I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much again, Andrea, and I will pop these in the post probably Tuesday when I'm at the chiropractor. I'll pop there's a post box there, so I'll pop them in an envelope and get them ready to go. Before I do go, I would like to just quickly, if I can get it back up fast enough. I have, there's a couple of things that I just want to talk to you about in Stampin' Up. So the first one is, I wonder if I can make that bigger. DSP paper share. So our mini catalogue went live on the 4th, and so this is a selection of some of the designer series paper. Some of it's been continued over from a previous catalogue, so I haven't popped that in there, but these 6 new packs in the catalogue are what I've put in the share. So you'll get 1 6x6 of each design. So the Reindeer Days, Sentimental Christmas, Nests of Winter, Snowy Scenes, and Regal Winter, you'll get 6 pieces of double-sided DSP, and the Splendid Autumn is already a 6x6, and there's 12 different designs in there, so you'll get 12 sheets in that, so that gives you 42, hopefully I've added that up right, 42 pieces of 6x6 DSP. It doesn't include any of the specialties because they put it up into that next price bracket. $30 to me, and if you want it shipped to you, because it's a smaller share, it should fit in just a standard envelope with a couple of stamps, so shipping to you won't be as expensive as what it has been previously when I courier it. I'll pop it in a A5 envelope, and it'll be 2 stamps worth. So yeah, let me know. I've got 2 sold already. I need 4 people who are interested to be able to go ahead with it. And the other thing that I wanted to share was World Card Making Day. You don't have to be available to watch it live, but Stampin' Up will be doing it live. It's Saturday the 5th of October, and it's like 2 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is 4 o'clock our time, but it is only an hour. Even if you can't make that, but you're interested to see what they do, if you register, they will send you the recording of it. But also, this year, if you register, then after the event, they will send you a link for a little gift, which they haven't done for World Card Making Day before. So even if you aren't going to be around on that day, definitely sign up for it, because you'll be able to get a little gift, and you'll be able to go back and watch it whenever you like. It's usually sent out a day or 2 later. All right, I think that's all that I needed to let you know. Please do have a go at this, and if you do, please pop it on my page. I'd love to see it. And I will be here next Sunday night. I've already got the card organised for you tonight, and it'll be scheduled for Sunday afternoon to remind you that we will be online having our card making class at 7:30. Alright, bye for now. So much for me leaving. It was 5 minutes of chatter. Alright, take care. See you next Sunday.